Okay, YouTube, what's up? So, this video is going to be about, guess what? People, right? Me, I'm a guy that's naturally interested in, like psychology, philosophy, that kind of stuff, right? Human nature, right? So it's just natural that I make videos talking about people, right? You know, the thing that, people are tricky, man. People, right? It's tricky, right? There's so many situations that where people can get tested a little bit, right? And I can read reactions, right? Well, then again, I'm not an average person, right? I have Asperger's, right? I'm an Aspie, right? I'm hypersensitive, right? So it's tricky, right? But think about it, philosophy, right? Human nature is naturally flawed, right? Because there is no such thing as perfect or perfection, right? Right? There is no such thing as perfect. No one is perfect, and nothing is perfect, right? So it's just natural that to think that humans are flawed, right? Their nature is flawed. Our nature, because I'm human too, right? Our nature is flawed, right? So it's tricky, right? Like I know me, I'm not an average person because I have Asperger's, right? I'm an Aspie. I'm a naturally eccentric person, right? So but the thing about people is that there's different kinds of people, right? And what I've noticed is that the kind of culture they come from is that that's where they get their ideas from, right? Right. So let's just call it how it is, right? Ignorance exists, right? True. Ignorance exists, right? Ignorance exists. My bad. Ignorance exists, right? Okay. What else exists? Mm, how do you deem it? How do you say it? It's tricky, right? It's just tricky, right? But the thing that let me just go along with this, right? Let me move along with this. I'm thinking about the thing that gets to me, right? About people is the conflict. The conflict, right? That's the thing that gets to me the most. The conflict between people, right? No matter what it is, right? Growing up as a kid, you're like, go to school, it's always like, okay, what does he think? What does she think, right? This, that, all that bullshit, right? But it's tricky, right? It all depends what kind of person you are, right? But some people just don't care what you think, period, right? No matter what, right? So, for what it's worth, right? It's very, very tricky, human nature, right? Me, with my experience, I get that I have a smart mouth, right? I have a smart mouth, and that, that can offend some people, right? But I notice that people don't like to be wrong. I notice that not just me, right? That's other people in psychology, and that's people that know this kind of stuff too, right? I notice that people don't like to be wrong. People don't like to be lose. I mean, let me repeat that. People don't like to lose, right? No matter if it's a pickup basketball game, no matter if it's playing a video game, right? You know, or just you know, what I mean. People don't like to lose in competition. People don't like to be wrong about things in general, right? You know, Like the song goes, right? But Tears for Fears, everybody wants to rule the world, right? Why is that, right? So is there something about human nature, right? Everybody wants to be the boss, right? Everybody wants to be a leader, right? That causes conflict, right? When people want the same thing, there's competition, right? Right? And there's conflict, right? So, tricky, right? But, I'm gonna say, yeah, the thing about conflict is that people deal with it in different fashions, right? I mean, people react differently to different things, right? And then again, not everyone is a respectful person, right? There are some ignorant people out there, grown ups, and even adults. I'm talking about. There are ignorant people out there, right? And to me, that's trash, right? Ignorance is trash, right? Probably the worst thing that can happen, right? Ignorance. Me, I never had that problem. Ignorance, right? Me, I never had that problem, right? Well, me being an intellectual and everything, right? The irony, right? That's like the antonym of being an intellectual, right? Ignorant. The irony, right? Okay, anyways. And, the thing that amazes me about people don't like to be wrong about things. People don't like to lose. People don't like to be upstaged, right? Outdone. And you know how it goes, man. I remember that song of, you guys know Wiz Khalifa, right? The rapper, artist that makes, rap, hip hop. Because I don't really know who's watching this video or what kind of person you are, whoever's watching this video, right? Because that's why I'm making this video, right? So people can see this video. Okay, so talking about Wiz Khalifa, that song, Star of the Show. You think about it, what's that song about, right? What's the song Star of the Show about, right? Like, everybody wants to be a star of the show. Everybody wants to be number one, right? This human nature is tricky, dude. Right? There's a lot of bullshit. No matter what, there's a lot of bullshit. Who creates the bullshit? It's coming from people, right? Right? But at the end of the day, right? It's your life, right? It's your life. Right? So, just F all that bullshit, right? Me, I try to surround myself with as much as positive people as possible, right? That creates positive energy, right? That creates positive energy. Surrounding myself with positive people, right? Just naturally, right? But so where does negativity come from? Negative people, right? People, but negative people, right? But it's the thing with people, right? No one likes to be wrong. No one likes to lose. No one likes to be outdone, right? I know something about that from my experiences, right? But at the end of the day, it's all the bullshit, right? It's your life, right? It's always your ass online, right? You know what I mean? But fuck negativity, right? Fuck that bullshit. Even trust is measured, right? You can trust this metric. All right. All right. Goodbye, YouTube.